She thought becoming human would bring happiness. Instead, it stole her voice and tested her heart. Deep beneath the endless blue ocean, far below where human ships sailed and sunlight slowly faded into mystery, there existed a hidden kingdom. It was a world unknown to humans, where coral towers rose like castles, glowing with colors no artist could ever paint. Schools of fish moved like living rainbows, and ancient sea turtles carried stories older than time itself. This was the kingdom of the sea. And within this kingdom lived a mermaid princess named Arielis. Arielis was the youngest daughter of the Sea King, ruler of all waters. Unlike her older sisters who loved royal duties, ceremonies, and praise, Arielis was different. She was gentle, curious, and often lost in thought. The sea adored her not because she was a princess, but because of her heart and her voice. When Arielis sang, the ocean listened. Fish stopped swimming, waves calmed their restless movement, even storms hesitated. Her voice carried magic, not the kind that destroyed, but the kind that healed.
Oh, the ocean's
When sea
lullaby,
creatures were afraid,
calling
her
me to
songs brought
swim
peace.
inside.
When the waters were angry,
Under
her
the
melodies
sea,
softened them.
where
The Sea King often
long
said,
to be.
"Your voice is a gift to the sea. Guard it well." But Arielis did
Under
not
the
feel
sea,
complete.
where I can
Despite
be
living
free,
in beauty and
swimming with
comfort, her heart
glee.
felt restless. Every night when the kingdom slept, Arielis swam upward, past coral gardens, past glowing jellyfish, until she reached the surface. There, she watched the human world. She saw warm lights glowing in houses along the shore. She heard distant laughter carried by the wind. She watched humans walk freely on land, holding hands, dancing by firelight, and living lives that seemed simple, yet full. "They look so happy," Arielis whispered to the waves. "They struggle, yet they smile. Why?" Her sisters warned her again and again. "Humans are fragile," one said. "They destroy what they don't understand," another added. "Their world is full of pain," the eldest warned. But Arielis did not listen. In her heart, she believed happiness was waiting for her above the waves. Then came the night that changed everything. The sky darkened violently as a storm rose without mercy. Thunder tore through the heavens and the sea roared in anger. Arielis, instead of hiding, swam closer to the surface. She had always felt drawn to storms, as if destiny waited within them. That was when she saw the ship. A large human vessel fought desperately against the waves. Wood cracked, sail ropes snapped, and in a terrifying moment, the ship broke apart. Arielis saw a young man thrown into the raging water. He struggled, he gasped, he was drowning. Without thinking, without fear, Arielis swam toward him. The waves battered her, but she held on. She wrapped her arms around him and fought the sea itself. With strength she didn't know she had, she dragged him toward the shore. By the time she laid him on the sand, her heart was pounding. She watched from a distance as his chest slowly rose and fell. Alive. As dawn broke, the prince opened his eyes briefly. Through blurred vision, he saw her silhouette, half dream, half miracle, before losing consciousness again. In that single moment, Arielis felt something she had never known: love. It was sudden, powerful, dangerous. From that day, her world changed. The ocean festivals no longer excited her. Royal songs felt empty. Her voice, once joyful, became heavy with longing. She sang less, and when she did, sadness filled her melodies. The Sea King noticed. "You are changing," he said sternly. "The sea feels your sorrow. Speak." But Arielis remained silent. She feared his anger. She feared his disappointment. Most of all, she feared letting go of the dream growing inside her heart. Until one night, she made a decision that would cost her everything. She swam to the darkest part of the ocean, a place forbidden to all, a place where broken dreams drifted like ghosts. There lived the sea witch, feared by all, visited only by the desperate. The witch smiled when Arielis entered. "I know why you are here," she hissed softly. "You want legs, you want to walk among humans." Arielis nodded, trembling. "But magic always demands a price," the witch said. "I will give you legs, but I will take your voice. And if the prince does not love you in return, you will fade into sea foam and vanish." Arielis hesitated. Her voice was her soul, her identity, her gift to the world. But love blinded her. "I accept," she whispered. Magic exploded around her. Pain, unlike anything she had known, tore through her body. At sunrise, Arielis awoke on the shore. She had legs, but when she tried to scream, no sound came. Her voice was gone. The prince soon found her and took her into his palace. He treated her kindly, intrigued by the silent girl with sorrowful eyes. He admired her gentleness and beauty, yet something felt missing. Arielis tried to communicate, but silence trapped her. She wanted to say, "I saved you." She wanted to sing. She wanted to be seen. Every step she took felt like knives cutting her feet, but she smiled through the pain. She believed love required sacrifice. Days passed, then weeks. The prince grew fond of her, but his heart still searched for the voice from the storm. Then fate struck again. A foreign princess arrived, confident, charming, and gifted with a beautiful voice. She claimed she was the one who saved the prince. Her songs enchanted the court. The prince believed her. He chose her. That night, Arielis stood alone by the sea. Her sisters emerged from the water, offering her one final chance at a terrible cost. She held the blade in her trembling hands, but she could not harm the man she loved. She chose love for life. As the sun rose, Arielis began to fade. But instead of dying, warmth surrounded her. A voice whispered, "True love is not possession, it is sacrifice." Arielis transformed, not into sea foam, but into something greater. She became a spirit of wind and waves, free, whole, and finally at peace. Her voice returned, not as song, but as wisdom carried across the world. And her story became a lesson told for generations. Not all dreams bring happiness. Not all sacrifices are rewarded, and losing yourself for love is not love at all. Sometimes the greatest lesson is learning that who you are is already enough.